Excuse me. I'm Mahdi Shaheeb Sher. My website is www.mahdishaheebsher.com. One of my interests in the world is the British monarchy. I think we have had the British monarchy for a long time, and it's outdated and it's quite backward as well. I think most of the world is democratic. We have a modern law, legislation, and political conduct. But when it comes to hereditary power and the monarchies, we have maybe 5 or 6 of them. I think is disgusting. We should never be subjugated by hereditary entitlement or hereditary right. We have recourse to judgment, law and justice, and that's always discussed with political debate and discussion with parliaments and governments and politicians who are fully informed and aware of the issues that concern people around the world and the public. But I think when it comes to hereditary entitlement and monarchies, they take a very naive view. I think they're dinosaurs. They kind of feel that they have a right in the world where they become obsolete with modern powers like America and Russia. These powers and big powers in the world have conquered the world. They've conquered it with modern politics, not with Middle-age politics that perhaps the monarchies have been engaged with. So I think that monarchies are kind of obsolete now. They're outdated. They have nothing to offer the world except perhaps some kind of a dinosaur mentality. I think that we have the British monarchy, which is probably the largest monarchy in the world, perhaps. We have maybe 2 or 3 European monarchies. I think there's a Spanish monarchy, perhaps kind of a northern monarchy. There's a few monarchies about. I think they should be obsolete. And I think that when we have the example of the British monarchy always intruding in public life, always offering their opinions when it's unnecessary. We have modern debate around modern ideas, not old-fashioned principles of rights. And I think the current problem we have with the British monarchy is Prince Harry and Prince William. They're very controversial characters and they're very bad princes as well, because they have some kind of psychological issue where they have grievances in the world, and politicians shouldn't have grievances in the world. They should be healthy and happy in the world so they can benefit the good of people. But I think when politicians have some grievance in the world, they're likely to take risks and dangers in the world. And I think, unfortunately, with the British monarchy, it is kind of being led by Prince Harry and Prince William, who are kind of seen as the future, they're kind of seen as young blood, and perhaps the future of the British monarchy. So I think we've seen kind of the Duke of Edinburgh pass away, Queen Elizabeth II pass away. We've seen King Charles the third, who assumed the throne of the British royal throne, and he's kind of a useless king. He's done absolutely nothing. He's not done much. He's quite redundant. He's quite complacent and lazy as well. So I think King Charles III he has set a bad example as a new monarch for Great Britain. I think Queen Elizabeth II was a better, healthier example as a British monarch. She was on the throne for 70 years. That's the longest reign for a British monarch. So I think she was quite successful with that. And she was quite popular as well. she had some kind of a happy accord with the British public. But I think with King Charles III, he has no respect, he has no presence in the public life, he has equanimity, and I think that King Charles III is some kind of redundant, unhealthy, cancer-ridden king who has health problems and perhaps family problems, with Prince Harry, who has kind of exiled himself into America with an American wife, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan. And I think that he has exiled. He's married an American wife, and the only other monarch that did that was, I think, King Edward something before, kind of the Regina royal family, and Queen Elizabeth II and her family. I think we had King Edward, who also married. He abdicated the British throne by marrying an American wife. So I think Prince Harry has done something similar. He's kind of abdicated the British throne by marrying an American wife, and that's very controversial, as it was back then with King Edward, when he married an American wife following the Second World War. And I think that is very controversial. It's kind of upset the throne of England. I think that Prince Harry's wife Meghan has some kind of black blood as well, African blood and perhaps black DNA. So there could be a black African heir to the British throne. Prince Harry is third in line to the British throne, so there's a risk that there could be a black African on the British throne, and that's very dangerous, as it was with Dodi Al-Fayed and Princess Diana. So we have a similar problem and controversy with Princess Diana, with Prince Harry. So that's quite destabilising and quite controversial. And I think with Prince William, he's kind of setting a very serious tone with the British monarchy. He's kind of introducing himself to a very significant degree into the public environment and the British government. So I think he's interceding on the behalf of the British monarchy in public life and with British government. He's doing that with his wife Kate Williams or something. I think it's Kate, his wife Kate. She's kind of very high profile in the public. And of course, when we have the British monarchy in public life, it kind of detracts from the serious issue that the British public feel in their country, in their nation, with their governments. The Labour government at the moment, who are dealing with Europe, relations with Europe, and the fallout with Brexit. The Conservative government, who kind of moved forward the Brexit momentum. So I think this British monarchy does detract from all of that. It creates some kind of confusion. And unfortunately, it's kind of introduced some kind of a stupid royal politics in British life, with King Charles III and Prince William and his children as well. So I think we do have a lot of confusion at the moment, with a heavy involvement by the British monarchy, and I think it's kind of changed the fabric and nature of public life. It's kind of disappeared from kind of the modern politics we introduced with the Labour governments, the new Labour, and the Conservative government, who dealt with modern issues, modern challenges, like a special relationship with America, like Brexit, and relations with the EU, like perhaps the Bank of England and the Treasury as well, and lots of other things as well. It's kind of Britain's place in the world. I think these are the challenges that Britain faced, but I think when it comes to the British monarchy, it's some kind of a people's princess. It's kind of like a people's royalty, and I think that is very disturbing. So I think we do have issues with King Charles III. I think he's redundant as a King of England. I don't know how the future of the United Kingdom is likely to be with King Charles III, but I think he is a very weak king, and I think he's going to maybe last 20 or 30 years at the most, and the best he's going to accomplish is some kind of redundancy with Queen Elizabeth II and all she introduced into the public environment. So I don't have much confidence in King Charles III. I think we should have more precedence with Parliament, and perhaps maybe more of a backwater stance with Buckingham Palace, and that could perhaps create more of a healthy political environment. So I think that's some of the concerns with the British royal family and the British monarchy under King Charles III. Thank you.